folks, Ola here, coming at you from quarantine. Yes, we are into day 10 of 14, and my, how time has flown. That's the one good thing, guys. I would have thought that time would be going like, but it's not. It's going shoo. It's already been a week since I last put a video up. So what's been going on this week? I got rid of the pillow thing, the sling that had the big pillow underneath, and after 4 weeks surgery, they allowed me to pull that pillow out. So I did, and oh my God, it has been pure freaking hell. So much pain, so much pain. And I had the sling from them, that black Donjoy, the expensive one. I couldn't wear it without the pillow because it's way too big. It has like 10 feet of strap and there's no way to attach it. So I'm just using this cheapy one. It's more comfortable anyway because the Donjoy has a bunched up area where they sewed the pieces together and it makes a knot right on my elbow. So this one is working for now. I think I have 2 more weeks in the sling and then maybe I won't be in anything. I don't know. Though it might be 4 weeks now because I missed 2 weeks. So speaking of, I called the clinic where I got exposed to the COVID to get the real deal of what actually happened. Evidently, on March 18th, someone was there getting therapy, same time as me, and that person ended up going home sick. They didn't feel good. So they left. Well, they called the clinic a week later and said they got tested for COVID and they were positive. So right then, my clinic shut down and they called the 3 or 4 of us that were in there getting therapy at the same time. Let us know we were exposed. So technically, my exposure was well over 2 weeks ago, but they're doing 2 weeks from the time they were notified. So I'd venture to say that we're okay and none of us in my house is going to have it, but just to be formal about it, I'll go ahead and do out the rest of the time. But yeah, technically, it's been over 2 weeks. But we've been using this forehead monitor, and I have under the tongue one too, but this one's quicker and cleaner. Takes about 2 seconds, and you get your readout there, 98.3. I'm usually in the 97s, but this camper's a little warm, so it's probably affecting that. But yeah, no symptoms, no fevers, we're all good here. And people in the clinic, none of them were affected either, according to the manager. So for the clinic, I was supposed to go back and start my therapy back up next Friday, a week from today, back to the clinic, but I decided I really don't want to go back to the clinic because I don't want to risk exposure. With my suppressed immune system, if I get it, I'm probably a goner. So the doctor wrote a script for in-home therapy, and the company's going to come here to the house, and it'll be the same therapist for all therapy. So at least I'm only exposed to one person as opposed to being in a clinic with 3 other therapists and 3 other patients. So yeah, and I'm going to wear a mask, and I hope that person wears gloves. I'll hand them a pair of gloves, and we'll just do therapy right then, and nothing but business, and out the door they go. It's sad, but that's what has to be done for protection. So yes, in-home therapy picks up next week. And as far as pain, I've had a rough week. Rough since I took that pillow out. I guess now my arm sits this way, so I'm having to readjust inside or whatever, and oh dear God, it is so painful. Last night was the worst night I've had in the last probably 3 weeks. It brought me to tears. I started out flat in bed, which hasn't been a problem. Then I went to my wedge because I couldn't sleep with the flat. It was hurting, so I put my wedges in there. Stayed there a couple hours, couldn't relieve the pain, so I went out into the recliner and sat up for the rest of the night. And finally fell asleep for a couple of hours, if that, but I didn't get much sleep. I have red, scratchy eyes all the time. I'm not sleeping. Yeah, I still have so much pain. I don't know if that's normal or what, I guess I'll find out when I start therapy again. Kind of scared of that. Start all over. So, Florida is now on a shelter-at-home mandatory lockdown for 30 days. So for the whole month of April, no one's supposed to leave the house except for, of course, essential duties. And I believe that they said fishing is an essential activity, fishing and hunting. So you guys are lucky there. If you're able, get out and fish. Lord knows I wish I could. It's been a couple of months. I miss it. But, you know, I'm filling my time with YouTube, watching all the fishing vids I can. And then I have Showtime and Netflix and HBO and, you know, my normal series, Grey's Anatomy, Survivor, Empire. My favorite one right now is on Showtime. It's Homeland. I'm on season 5, episode 8. If you haven't looked at Homeland, it's worth checking out. It's a good series. That's about it. I haven't done any online shopping. Bought a few things, but, you know, no baits and anything like that. It's surprising how much money I have sitting in my checking account. Oh, not only is my arm sore up here, but kind of underneath is tender, where when I had surgery afterwards, all the water that they had infused into my joint so that they could work on it, it sank and went right there. I'll post a picture. Big old water ball right there, and it stayed for about 5 days. But since then, I think it kind of stretched my skin on the underside, and it's very tender. And it's all dry and flaking and just nasty. I hope I never have to go through a surgery like this again. People did not exaggerate when they said rotator cuff surgery is hell. It is, and I'm not even halfway through it. So, what else? What are you guys doing? Are you fishing? Doing home projects? Shoot, I have so many projects I could be doing on my kayak, but can't do it one-handed. Can't edit videos with one hand. I manage with this Friday update, but, you know, there's nothing fancy. It's just a quick video update. Oh, I did buy some shoes. I forgot. Look at my clown shoes. These are Hoka no, not One. They're Hoka Bondi 6s. I got them for this padding because I'm standing around a lot. So that makes it more comfortable. So that wraps up my week. I sure hope you guys are having more fun than I am. So I will see you next week in the update. So until then, stay home, stay safe, stay COVID free.